Happy Monday.
Oh my God,
ladies and gentlemen. Starting the week off right. Welcome to the Kind of Funny Morning Show. My name is Nick Scarpino. Joining me today is Mr. Tim Gettys.
Let's most. Nick.
Yes.
Gia Harris has started. Oh, it's our anniversary, by the way. I just realized that as I was saying that.
Everybody send some sweet nasty love to add Gia Harris and add Tim
Tap
Gettys.
Harris.
Gia Tap Harris.
She started this thing where she finished watching every episode of Seinfeld before she goes to sleep. So now she started the logical next step.
Friends.
Law and Order SVU.
Oh, son of a bitch. You're on a crusade right now.
Oh, it's quite the crusade because she falls the fuck asleep.
They're still going.
Oh, it'll never end. She just leaves it on, and so like, for some reason, the audio mixing on Netflix or whatever she's watching it on, Hulu or some shit, the theme song is way louder than the rest of it. So it'll just be like, I'm just laying there, she's knocked the fuck out, and the remote's on the other side of her, and all of a sudden it's just like, dum dum, do 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 do, like super loud. I'm like, this is fucking horrible, or the best, I'm not sure, but it's the worst because she watches this shit before she falls asleep. She doesn't get to the resolution, the quote-unquote happy end where you figure things out. She just sees the really bad shit and then falls asleep. Then proceeds to wake up a million times throughout the... She's in a nightmare, I think, every night for a month.
See, the thing about it, Law and Order is awesome. Law and Order SVU is intense. They deal with the sex crimes unit for those for the 0.1% of people out there who haven't actually ever seen Law and Order SVU. We went through that same thing, and it is still going.
Yeah, man.
It is still every week when they're doing new episodes. I see it on my DVR.
The new ones.
They're still going.
Yeah.
Mariska Hargitay, I think
they're doing the thing.
Still a badass. She's the chief now. Like, she has progressed to that level. Chris Maloney. Yeah, Chris Maloney's not on it anymore, unfortunately, because he was like, I can't, there's only so much sex crimes I can deal with. Ice-T's still on it, though.
Ice-T, man, he's still doing his thing. It's still ridiculous. So Gia is one of those people that'll never be happy with it because she complains when they go too much into the detectives' stories and lies.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
She's like, I just want the crime. I just want to know what's going on. Yeah. But then she also like ships them so hard and has all these like made up fan fictions about like the characters and the ones that left. Like, there's some that she misses so dearly. I don't know, because I don't watch the show. But yeah, it's
there's been quite a few. There was Detective Nick, whatever his name was. I miss him. Of course, everyone misses Chris Maloney. He would always get so unbelievably angry at stuff that you're like, you really shouldn't be that angry at things. Like, maybe they shouldn't let you have a gun.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
You don't need that, but it is a great show. One of the longest running shows on TV. Law and Order SVU. Law and Order has the distinction of, like, I think the original one ran for like some 20 some odd seasons or something.
It was like 25 seasons.
Was it 25? Yeah, and SVU's closely approaching that.
Simpsons beating with like 32 seasons.
Simpsons is animated, and it is
You're
awesome.
right.
We love it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, the Kind of Funny Morning Show comes to you each and every day here on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames to talk about the nerdy news you need to know. We're live at 11. So if you guys did not know, if you're watching this on YouTube, we are a live show. Come hang out with us. Come be in the chat. 11 a.m. PT. If you want, you can be a super chatter and subscribe to us via Amazon Prime. You got Amazon Prime. You get one free Twitch Prime subscription. Very easy to link. I gave mine to Snowbike Mike last week, and he has yet to thank me on Twitter or at all. So, is he getting it next month? No. What's up, Tom Bach? How you doing? How you doing out there, Fran Mirabella III?
Who knows?
Someone's getting this cheddar. I got so much cheddar in my pockets. I gotta get it out. I gotta smell it.
I can smell the cheddar.
Can you feel the cheddar? The Amazon cheddar? Fantastic. Of course, if you guys are listening to this on podcast services or you're watching on YouTube, please leave a comment. Let's keep the conversation going there. I love it. You guys have been awesome over on the YouTube, so make sure you subscribe.
What's the question of the day? Leave a question of the day for people to answer.
A question of the day.
In the comments.
Well, I want to get that afterward. Because I have a question. I want to get our deep dive topic. Our deep dive topic today is going to be 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
And I have a big question for that.
Okay, I have another question. I have the Tim question of the day.
Okay.
That we'll get to in a second.
It's a good idea.
And I'm excited for it because I need some answers.
A couple housekeeping things. Of course, today's episode of the Kind of Funny Morning Show is brought to you by kindoffunny.com/store. Go there. Get the hoodie I'm currently wearing. Did I mean to wear this hoodie again? Yes, because it's cold as shit in here for some reason.
Why is it's so warm outside?
I don't understand.
He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, his back is better than his front. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Cortez.
Hey, it's him.
What do you got there? Some stamps?
No, my mom sent me a gift a week or two ago, and I forgot to share the wealth with you guys.
Okay.
She sent me a little care package.
Oh my God.
Your mom sent you condoms.
Female condoms too.
Oh, that's
Wait,
great.
why did she do this? Does she think you're having the sex?
Well, it's Andy. She knows
Some
he's
water-based lubricant.
Oh
too.
shit. Okay.
I don't like water-based lubricant. It dries out
Is
too
there a
quick. It gets
letter?
sticky.
My mom's a nurse at a school. She
Oh,
said,
there is a letter.
the Valley AIDS Council came to visit a school today. Please share. Mom.
Please share. Oh,
Here's my
thanks, Mrs. Cortez.
Thanks, Ms. Cortez. Here's the terrifying thing about this. On the one side, it's condoms. On the other side, it's something called hot sauce, which I don't think needs to be anywhere
Well, it's
near
'cause
my genitalia.
They pander to the Valley.
It's hot
crowd.
sex sauce.
Yeah, hot sex sauce.
Yeah, still, hot sauce and my dick do not mix. I don't want Tapatio anywhere near my
You never
dick.
used that orange sauce from Taco Bell?
Sure haven't.
Really?
Sure haven't. Del
Jesus
Taco,
Christ.
Del Scorcho. I
Sweet
throw on my balls
Jesus.
every once in a while.
Try it out.
Just
Man.
to see,
I do not like
just to wake up in the morning.
the images we're
Let
seeing.
me see.
there.
How do you insert the female condom? Does it involve compressed air?
Damn, that
Is that
girl's
a
about-
fist?
She's getting.
She's getting.
Why should? Oh,
She's
man.
getting a big dick.
big dick, dude. That's a good graphic.
Okay. All right.
Just for you guys.
It's a family show.
Hey, who said the show is never, full of substance? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, here
Everyone,
we go. Condoms, sex
Everyone
protection.
on YouTube usually says
Be
that.
safe.
Like, they should actually think about talking about real things.
Wrap it up.
So just they'll be at my desk if you guys want
Okay.
to come by. Try
Cool.
them on
Cool.
or
Little.
to get them fitted.
It's
or
a
whatever.
Thank you, Andy. No, I appreciate that.
Party.
Do you have any?
Everyone's
Do you have any
invited.
magnums? Any magnum size?
Did you know magnums are only like 3 millimeters thicker or something like that?
I did.
You know that?
No.
No, you didn't know
No,
that?
I didn't know.
Apparently, like the size disparity between a Magnum condom and a regular one, like they are a little bit wider,
Yeah.
but not by
But
a
it
whole-
makes all the difference.
Yeah,
though.
do you know,
really does.
there's
It's
big
all
difference.
for just like you walk up and you say, "Take
Yeah.
a Magnum condom" or whatever.
Makes
And
it- makes all the
you
difference.
look
Magnum
cool.
PI.
Makes all the
I
difference.
mean, it makes a difference in your confidence going into the night.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Till it
well,
slips off.
sometimes you gotta.
3 millimeters
These
make a
things can
difference.
fit like a fucking torpedo.
Let me ask you
Yeah.
a question. You ever put a jacket on and it's too small? It's uncomfortable. It's not fun. You don't want to wear it out. You need the jacket. You need your bomber jacket to fit just right. Otherwise, it pinches.
Let's talk
cool
about
shirt, dude.
condoms and dicks.
Talking about that dick. Housekeeping. More housekeeping. Of course, today we'll be recording our Iron Man 3 MCU in review.
yes, we will.
And that'll be live for everyone on YouTube tomorrow at 9 a.m. These have been really fun to do. I am very excited to talk to everyone about Iron Man 3 because, whoo, I got some thoughts on that.
Got some insights.
I got some fun thoughts on that, but you'll have to wait to hear those. Next thing, Kev pulled this up. I'm happy to announce the same crew that I worked with over at Cobb's is now doing a show at Punchline, and they have invited me to go and do stand-up at Punchline. This will be my first time doing it at the historic Punchline SF Club.
Now you're trying to act like this isn't a huge deal.
It's a big deal.
I know we made a really big deal out of Cobb's. This is the really big deal because this was the place that Nick was like, one day I want to do the Punchline.
This is the place I've
in
been
San
going to
Francisco.
every Sunday
For a year.
to wait for them to put me up, and then it just happened.
And it's
that
finally happening.
We're doing a show on Tuesdays, and that's great. So I'm very excited to be doing this. Everyone that came out to Cobb's, thank you so much for doing that. If you want to come out to Punchline, it's going to be the exact same set. I have a few new jokes that I will be sliding in there, and I have a feeling I'll probably be doing 10 minutes instead of 7, so you guys can see my extended set. There you go. It is a smaller club, so if you guys want tickets, please get them now. 8 p.m. showtime. It's going to sell out probably pretty quickly because it's about half the size of Cobb's. But it's really fun. If
But
you've
it's
never been
really cool.
Yeah, if you've never been to Punchline, it is awesome, and you just kind of walk in, you kind of feel the fact that there's been a lot of historic comedians going through
If
there.
you
so it's really fun.
are not anywhere near San Francisco and cannot partake in this, still retweeting and liking and all that stuff. Nick's tweets about this stuff helps a lot because
It
it
does.
shows these people that Nick's funny and has a fan base, which is awesome. And also, if you just want to see the place, if you go on Netflix and look up the Kevin and Steve from Broken Lizard,
Oh yeah.
they did a stand-up special at Punchline, and it's filmed there on Netflix, so you can check that out.
Awesome.
Very funny.
You just reminded me to tweet about it. I should tweet about it. All right, next news. Nope, not news. This is a fun one. PSVR, the show, as we're calling it right now. We'll be live for patrons on the Kind of Funny Games Patreon this Thursday. I want to say 9 a.m. Does it go live?
Yeah, 9 a.m.
9 a.m. this
every Thursday.
Patreon exclusive this week.
For a
We'll go
week.
live for everyone next week. So if you guys don't feel like supporting us over on Patreon, the games channel, don't worry about that. But this is a fun show. This is a fun show. Turns out when you combine booze with VR and Kevin,
Yeah.
you get magic.
A lot of
You
magic.
get
Do
magic.
you guys want to watch this or?
No,
just
people
kinda
can
People
go
can,
over
people can go watch this one on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to actually. There you go.
I love the graphics, courtesy of Nick Scarpino.
Yeah, I had a good time making that.
Shit was
Those
good.
are fun.
I love the transition that happens so often.
I know. It's
Super hot, by the way. I mean, you know what? I'm not even gonna spoil
No,
it.
don't spoil
I'm not
it.
even gonna spoil
Do
it.
not spoil it.
Patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. $1.
$1. And you get that this week. The chaos of this week. Tim.
Yes.
Let's go into some news stories. You put this
Let's
first story
get
up and
into the
told me
news story.
under no circumstances am I allowed
Do not
to
pull it
look
up
at
yet, Kev. Do not close this one. I want a nice switcheroo for this.
Okay.
So
Just spit on myself.
there's this restaurant that Gia and I frequent a lot.
Gia Tap Harris?
In San Francisco.
Where does the tap come from?
Her middle
Tapley.
name's Tapley. Her
It's her-
mom's maiden name's Tapley. Don't get me started. It's
Nick, you're supposed
almost
to
as
know
bad
that.
as an
Come on.
underscore. If not worse.
I thought it was sexual.
No,
Just gonna tap that ass, you know what I mean?
That's
don't.
what I thought it was.
We go to this restaurant a lot, to the point that the people there know us and recognize us and will say hi to us. And yesterday I went, it was me, my brother, and Gia. And the guy came up and introduced himself to Cool Greg, which I loved so much because, hey, I'm Steve. Nice to meet you. Which I didn't know his name was Steve.
And you do now.
So now I do, but also Cool Greg, of course, introduces himself as Cool Greg.
Really?
Which that was thing number one that I really, really, really liked. But that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is this man and his wife bought this restaurant maybe 6 months back. And when the ownership changed, there was that worry of like, uh-oh, is this place going to change? It changed and it dipped in quality a lot.
Sure.
But then they've been bringing it
Bring it
back.
back up. We gotta figure it out.
But for like 6 months, every day he wore a suit to work. And it wasn't appropriate to wear a suit at this restaurant, all right? So we're like, all right, this guy knows what he's doing. They've been trying to figure out the whole stereo situation.
What type of restaurant is this? What kind of food?
I'm not trying to put people on blast, so
Okay.
I'm not gonna say. But their speaker system has been fucked up so many times. It's always something different.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it'll just be on like weird heavy metal stations,
No,
and
that's
I'm like,
not
that
good.
doesn't seem like they want that. There was one time where the song "Fetish" by Selena Gomez and A$AP Rocky played on repeat the entire time we were there, and it took about 10 repeats for us to realize like what was going on.
At a certain point, you just go, yes, it is repeating, and then you start singing along. You accept your fate.
Yes. Now, the point of this story, though, is for the first time ever, he was not wearing his suit. Oh, no. He instead was just wearing a black t-shirt that said something on it in neon colors that do not go together at all.
Love it.
And I just don't understand the history of this message and why this man owns this shirt. Kevin, pull up the shirt.
I recycle boys. I
have a lot of questions,
I
Nick.
think it's a fairly obvious sentiment.
Which is?
Which that I think he likes to go through a lot of boys.
So now here's the thing. Me and you were trying to break this down, right? First off, this man happily married. All right.
doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't. But
There's always
we were
Sundays in the
it's like,
Castro, ladies and gentlemen.
Who owns like what is the audience for this shirt, right? It's like, oh, it's teenage girls. Like, haha, it's funny. They go through boys. That's not what this means. This doesn't mean I go through boys. This means I recycle boys.
I reuse boys.
I reuse boys. Like, what? It's not I use boys.
No.
It's I reuse boys.
Have we looked up? This is the actual shirt. We can buy the shirt.
Maybe it's like I recycle boys.
Yeah, like he's super proud of it.
Yeah.
Like, I recycle. Comma.
But you don't need the boys aspect of that. You could just say I recycle.
Well, that's just boring.
You could
'Cause then
also
people
say,
will
"I
be like,
recycle
is that
boys and
line
girls."
recycle sign? What does that mean?
The thing I've learned about life through largely working near Tim and Greg for a long time is that you just don't use the word boys. Just don't use it in any context, and people won't think you're super creepy. Remember the time that we invented our seminal boy band, Boy Orgy?
Uh-huh.
No, we're on horse wrestling now. That's our new shtick.
What does that mean?
Horse wrestling?
Well, I understand horse wrestling, but horse wrestling and boy orgy have nothing to do with
No,
each other.
Boy Orgy, for
Move
instance.
on.
One day we are launching an album of Boy Orgy. As soon as Greg finishes writing all the songs, the first of which was I got a sexy song for Andy. The next one is it would be a shame if I beat your fucking face or whatever
like
it was.
that, yeah.
Something like
It got
that.
real.
It got real. So as soon as Greg's done writing them all, we will be launching an album. The Thanksgiving Day song will be on it.
Yeah, Thanksgiving
When and if
Club
it's-
banger.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
Did he just
So-
stop working on that?
No, he's still
completely?
going.
He's still going.
I
man.
don't think
Andy,
he
how's the
is.
Thanksgiving
little
song
by
working?
little, dude.
Is it good?
You can't rush art. You
can
fucking
rush art.
heathen.
What's up?
How's the Thanksgiving Day song going?
Thanksgiving Club banger.
Production, guys, let me tell you guys.
Get in here and talk about it. Give us
Production
an update.
has completely just been rocking the world, dude. We've got the best producers
How
on
does he
this
have
song.
to hit the monitor every time he's
Every time.
the fucking desk?
Hey, you ever heard of
He's the one doing it,
Will I
Kevin.
Am, dude?
Yeah, I do know Will I
Yeah.
Am. I partied with Will I Am one
Yeah.
time on his yacht.
Yeah.
There you go, dude.
Okay. You guys ever heard of Kanye West? He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's a guy.
Great
He's a
artist.
person.
Check him out. My
Great
Beautiful
artist.
Dark Twisted Fantasy. Probably my favorite album from
Awesome.
Unknown hit.
Huh?
A little hit.
So Andy,
From
can we
Yeezy.
confirm that the Yeezy is helping to produce and or lend his vocal
I'm
styling
not going to confirm nor deny
to the
but
Thanksgiving Day song?
is he on Twitter or not?
He is on Twitter.
No, he's not.
He's not.
He's not on Twitter.
Not currently.
What do you want from me? You know?
I don't know. I don't know what I want from you. A banging ass Thanksgiving Day song. That's what I want from you.
Well, here's the good thing. Here's the good thing, guys.
Get away from the monitor.
We
It's annoying me.
production was kicking ass, right?
Yeah, was.
But
I don't like that was. I don't like past tense was kicking ass.
Then it stopped
But here's what
6 weeks
happened.
ago.
Here's what was happening. I was having to use 2 different softwares, right?
And so you just
But because
decided
I'm
to
such
use
a
that.
media mogul, I bought the rights to a piece of software where I don't have to record and then send it to edit. It's just like I could just do it all right there, man.
Welcome
because
to
I'm a
2005.
media mogul, dude.
Great.
Media
Yes.
mogul, dude. Andy Cortez.
I mean,
God,
guys.
how many day jobs do you have?
Amateur
you know,
hour, dude.
Between
Amateur
editing
hour.
party mode, between being a media mogul, hotshot producer,
Number one
games journalist.
dude. Number one,
No, keep that one up. Keep that one up. You don't have to do 2. 1, just keep 1.
number one, dude. There's another one in there, dude.
Another one.
Game streamer, and you know.
Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, Nitro Rifle.
Oh, fuck, and yeah, damn.
Appreciate you, sir.
God, he's so talented. Don't
He's-
steal him, Funhouse.
Yeah, they don't want him. Kev, bring this next thing up.
Okay,
This is another in the line of solo posters. I just wanted to show this.
that looks cool.
Cool.
It's dope.
I'm fucking
It's dope. Shout out to Woody Harrelson holding down the fucking bottom half of the O.
dude, man. Hey, someone had to do it.
Someone had
you
to
know
do
what
it,
I mean?
bro.
Bottom of the O.
Someone had to do
You
it.
just got to get in there.
My excitement for this has stayed at a steady 70%.
70? I'm with that.
We'll see what happens.
I'm with that.
We'll see what happens. Now, Tim.
Yes.
You know how when you make me play scary games, I hate it? Well, Christopher Columbus doesn't hate it. In fact, he likes scary. He liked our Let's Play of Five Nights at Freddy's so much that he's making a movie out of it.
So,
with
Chris
Blumhouse.
Columbus and Christopher Columbus, different people.
No
Same
relation. No relation.
One of them discovered America, supposedly. The other was
Allegedly.
Responsible for making some of my most beloved films, including the Harry Potter franchise and Home Alone.
Which one of the Harry Potters did he do?
He did the first 2. And he executive produced them, if I'm not mistaken, the rest of them. So he's the one responsible for, in my brain, creating the Harry Potter world. Then Alfonso Cuarón came in on the 3rd one, destroyed that world, and then they brought it back with
Bro, you gotta chill out, dude.
with Yates
You gotta chill out.
in the
dude.
5th, 6th, and 7th movies.
I get it, man.
Yeah, the 4th one was what it was.
The Goblet of Fire.
The Goblet of Fire. Chris Columbus, this is over on HollywoodReporter.com. Chris Columbus to direct Five Nights at Freddy's for Blumhouse. The filmmaker will also write the video game adaptation. Chris Columbus is spending some time at Freddy's. The filmmaker will write and direct a film adaptation of the video game Five Nights at Freddy's for Blumhouse. The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed now. Blumhouse, of course, gave us Get Out. So that's why
Yes.
this is very important. When I saw this, I was like, Five Nights at Freddy's are making a movie out of this. It's going to be B-movie quality on the level of the movies that I don't see that you love. I'm not saying that like Insidious and things like that or The Conjuring or B-movie, but it's horror genre that I don't want. You start getting me into Get Out territory. You bring in Christopher Columbus on this. Chris Columbus comes in on this, real filmmaker. That means they're coming at this from an interesting angle. They're not coming at you straight. They're moving over. Coming at you from the
I
side.
feel you. I
How
feel you.
excited are you for this?
I'm in. I'm pretty in. This
Because
is
the
cool.
concept behind this is fucking
Five
psychotic.
Nights at Freddy's is psychotic,
It's
and it's a
psychotic.
great setting. There's something about that that's really unnerving. Obviously, there's a lot of a huge fan base for the game already, especially with the kids. They fucking love these goddamn
You
things,
fucking
man.
little psychos in the making.
But no, I'm in. I like
Yeah.
horror movies like that, so I'm excited for this. I was talking a lot of shit when the Slender trailer came out because it looked like shit.
Dumb.
And because I'm a fan of the Slender story overall and whatever. I mean, obviously not a fan of the horrible things that happen from it.
But
But
the reality of it, you just
Yeah.
mean like the reality they've created.
this weekend I watched a movie and I saw the second Slender trailer before it, and I was like, this trailer looks a lot better than the first and a lot more in line with what I'd expect from Slender. Still doesn't fix it entirely. I think that this has a better chance than Slender does to be an interesting, cool movie. I don't know. I don't know how they'll stretch it out to be a 1.5 hour experience.
Oh, easily. It's classic horror.
I
Someone's
know.
trapped in one setting,
But they're going to give us
come
way too much backstory of him not at Freddy's. I bet you way too much of this movie takes place outside of Freddy's. Five Nights outside of Freddy's.
I bet it starts, he gets the job. The first night's a little weird. The second night's kind of crazy. The third night, something psychotic happens. The fourth night, he gets trapped in there, and then he has to stay to the fifth night. That's my pitch for you. You can take that, Chris Columbus.
I like that.
I like that logo, by the way. Is that from the game?
Nobody knows.
Not that I know of.
Cool
That looks like new
artwork?
New artwork.
That's cool
Which
looking.
excites me.
It excites me as well. We will continue to follow this. We'll see what happens. And if the first trailer gets me, maybe I'll go see my first horror movie in ages since Get Out. Won't that be fun? Not a lot of news today. I did want to quickly talk to you. You mentioned on the show a while back that you met the love of your life, Gia Tapp Harris. The first night you went and saw arguably one of the worst movies
I've ever seen in theater.
ever made, 50 Shades of Grey.
I don't think that's a fair argument. It's not one of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But it is definitely one of the worst movies I've ever seen in theaters.
Yeah. So this weekend, of course, the newest 50 Shades of Grey comes out. This story, bringing up from the Hollywood Reporter, Variety, says 50 Shades of Grey freed, 50 Shades freed. Tops
freed
box offices with 38.8 million. Peter Rabbit Hops 25. So this movie's making money. They have not stopped making money.
Yeah, no.
Did you see
So
it?
they made the first one 3 years ago.
Yeah.
They took a year off, and then the sequel was last year.
They fired the first director,
end of the
right?
trilogy.
Didn't they bring in a new director
You know what?
for this?
I couldn't tell you. But what I can tell you, Nick, is that 50 Shades of Grey, the first movie, was really bad.
Yeah.
50 Shades
Grayer?
Darker was even worse.
Yeah, it looks bad.
It went fucking batshit insane. It was even less sexy. Their chemistry somehow was even worse than the first one.
Yeah, they're bad.
And they added a really, really weird plot. And I'm not talking about the books. I'm talking about just from watching the fucking movies of some like psycho killer that's coming to get them. And I'm like, this is really fucking dumb. They go to a masquerade ball and it doesn't make sense. And then he proposes at the end.
Great.
This movie, the third one, is by far the best of the franchise.
Really? They brought it back.
By far. Their chemistry, I finally semi-believe it. Their sex scenes are finally kind of hot. And this movie finally starts to understand what it is. Now, there's another franchise I love that took a while to understand what it is. The Fast and the Furious.
Took till the third movie.
Now, would I say this is the Fast Five of the 50 Shades franchise? Absolutely not.
No.
This squarely fits somewhere in between Fast 2 and Fast 4.
Okay.
It is not good. At no point is this an actually good movie. But the first half of it has a lot of like really bad one-liners and like just it understands what it is, and so it's cool. The problem the first two movies had was people were there for the sex and they didn't give us enough sex. People were there for the kink and they didn't give us enough kink.
Yeah. And what kink they did give us, as a person who watched a lot of kinky porn, was not
It's
hot
not that
at all.
kinky.
Mostly because it didn't make any sense, and mostly because she wasn't into it. It was very weird.
It was very fucking weird.
And it felt like it was incredibly shoehorned into the overall plot. Like, maybe not so much the first one because that was the concept of the first one. The second one, it feels like they're still selling it based off the kinky nature, but like it wasn't the point of it.
Not. And so yeah, that's weird. But what I enjoy about this one is they, at least for the first half of the movie, they do the thing that we wanted, which was any chance these characters had, they fucked. The movie starts off with a car chase. Why? Who the fuck knows? Dakota Johnson is in a fucking Audi, driving way too fast, pulling some Fast and Furious shit, going under trucks and stuff. There's another car chasing him down. I guess it's the guy from the first one, whatever, or from the second one. They pull into a parking lot to escape. She looks at him, and they just fucking start fucking in the car.
Really?
And I'm like, this is so stupid, I'm fucking it.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. And then there's a scene later where some guy comes in with a gun trying to kill them. And then she has bodyguards and they like knock him out. And they're like, oh, but we can't keep him down. It's like, hey, bodyguard number 1, do you have handcuffs? They're like, no. Bodyguard number 2, do you have handcuffs? No. And then she's like, we do. And then she looks all surprised. And it's like, this is dumb. This movie's dumb. Everything about this dumb. And the bodyguards look at him like, ooh, like you have kinky sex.
Kevin, give me the one. You're dumb.
You're dumb. You're fucking dumb. But yeah, then so that's all the good parts of the movie. There is a lot of sex, and it's pretty good sex. A lot of boobs in this movie. If you're a fan of boobs, this is the movie for you.
I'm a huge fan of boobs.
Man, there's a lot. She gets naked pretty much the entire movie.
Great.
It's just
Good for her.
just boobs out. And then the second half of the movie happens, and it's a hostage situation, and the entire thing is a very, very low budget action movie, and there's no more sex, and there's no more boobs, and all the things that you'd want to watch this movie for go away. I'm gonna spoil it for you. No one gives a fuck. She's pregnant. They said that in the trailer, so they already ruined it. And then part of the plot is that he's like, hey, you didn't do your birth control. You're supposed to do your birth control. I can't share you with somebody. And she's like, but I'm having a baby, and you're gonna like the baby.
Right.
And then at the end of the movie, like,
He kills the baby.
No, it like does one of
pong.
those. So the movie, you little fucker.
Fucking ping pong.
No. The
Kids
movie,
like
in
that.
fact, ends with one of the, which I'm not even gonna lie, Nick. I actually really do love the end of the trilogy montage wrap-ups, where it like goes back and shows you all the fun adventures you had with the characters. They did it in Iron Man 3 last night. And I loved
did.
that.
That was dope.
But they did it. You see it. I'm like, do you see how shallow this movie franchise is?
doesn't
Because
matter.
all of the memories they go back to could have all been from the same movie, and you see it. It's just him like fucking planking.
Jamie Dornan just working out the whole
just
time.
working out. I'm like, that was the whole plot of this trilogy, and then it fucking ends, and then there's a post-credit stinger of years. No, it's not even what you think. It's of years later, then with 2 kids. Nobody wanted that.
Let me tell you guys what's less kinky. Like, let me tell you what kills a boner faster. Kids. Mm-hmm. Kids are the ultimate boner killer. You think you live a kinky existence? Have 2 children. You will not live that kinky existence anymore. Nothing sexy about kids.
So
nothing, unless you're that Jared guy from Subway. In which case,
Damn, Nick.
Jesus,
eat fresh.
Damn, Nick.
Eat
Eat
fresh.
fresh, my
Nick,
friend.
that's too fucking far, man. We gotta
The
draw a line
last
somewhere.
thing I'm gonna say about the writing in this movie that just I know that I'm.
I love it. This
picking the-
episode has turned into the Tim Gettys review of 50 Shades of Grey, but I do want to know where it goes from here.
I'm picking the wrong fight when it comes to picking apart the writing of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand how it's the 3rd movie in the franchise.
Yeah.
After all of the things that the Grey family have been through together.
Sure.
After all the fucking helicopter rides and all the fucking this and the vacations and shit. Why is it that every single time they get to a new destination, they get to a new house, they get to a new car, they get to a new plane, she goes, you own this?
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Why are you surprised? He has hella money.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this
Yeah,
movie.
that's why you're with him.
She now runs the Grey Corporation, whatever
Yeah,
the
she's
fuck it's
Pepper
called.
Potts.
I don't
She's
even
Pepper
know.
Potts now,
And
yeah.
oh my god, so she runs a book writing company. I don't know what the fuck. And she walks in there and to prove how much she works, even though she never fucking works, because
Right.
she's just in her office for 5 minutes and then leaves to get butt plugs and shit. I don't know.
Hot.
There was a pretty hot scene with butt plugs, but
Butt plugs are hot. That's hot.
she's just in her office.
You could be wearing one right
and,
now, no one knows.
Yeah, she's in her office just by herself, and someone's talking to her, and it keeps cutting
just
back and
shifting
forth
around her butt
between
plug.
her kind of shifting, and then it's like flashbacks to the sex they had the last night. I'm like, this is fucking cool. But there's a scene where she walks in her fucking book club or whatever the hell, and looks at someone. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna need the font size 2 points bigger on the hardcover. Thanks, and just walks away. I'm like,
That's not
a thing.
That's not what an executive in a publishing company does.
No, it's like, oh man, what a great idea.
That's what a writer does when they don't understand what a publisher does, like what a publishing company does. I guess you'll just come in and talk about the font.
Yeah, just fix that font.
Font is a thing.
Anyway, man, I could not believe how bad the movie got in the second half, because the first half I was like, all right.
The disappointing nature of 50 Shades of Grey is that there are very few movies that broach the topic of kink from a realistic standpoint. And by realistic, I mean like trying to get in the head of people who indulge in this level of sexual activity.
Yeah.
And my hope was when I first heard about it, because everyone was like, oh, this is like hot. I'm like, oh, it'll be cool to see to watch a movie where we get to be a part of that world for a little bit. Because none of us are going to fucking the Power Exchange, well, actually I think it's closed, but any of these places, they used to throw video game events there. That's why I know. That's why I know.
You can't just throw out no one's going to the Power. What the fuck's the Power Exchange?
There used to be a club
Power
that
Sex
yeah,
club,
it used to be like a BDSM club
Okay,
in SF.
okay.
They
I
used
was
to throw
unfamiliar.
GDC every year. White Wolf, or there was a gaming company that used to throw a party there.
Mad
every year.
Cats.
No, it wasn't Mad Cats. Was it the guys that did World of Tanks?
I don't fucking
Doesn't
know, dude.
fucking matter. Anyway, I always wanted to go to one because I was like, oh, I want to see people get whipped, and then they close it down. Long story short is, I was always disappointed that they didn't treat this with a little bit more, like they didn't actually, to me it seems like they had people who don't actually understand kink write this.
Well,
You
I
know?
mean, it's because it's a movie that's trying to make money and they're making money. Like, they can't go too far with it. And the thing is, okay. A couple things, Nick.
Let's go.
The kinkiest shit they did in this movie, there was a butt plug scene, that was kind of it. And then...
Again, hot.
Hot, but like, whatever. It's not like a crazy
Was it
fucking
in his?
thing.
Was it up his ass or
No,
her ass?
not her. It is just hers.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Why can't he get a butt plug?
Because
We're talking
he's
about equal
Christian
opportunity
Grey.
here. Put a fucking plug up his butthole.
I'm with you, man.
Plug up the butthole.
Hashtag plug it up.
Jamie Dorgan with his tight ass and his tight abs. Put a fucking let's
Plug
get
it up, dude.
Let's
Plug
make
it
you
up.
watertight down there, dog.
I get it, man.
Put a little fucking thing in his urethra
But like
too. Let's get in.
the kinkiest scene in the movie that goes on the longest, I guess there's two of them, and it's like this is proof of where they're at, where they can't really show too much. One of them is she gives him a haircut, and like he like starts fucking her. I'm like, that's weird. And then the other one is she's upset, so she's eating out a pint of ice cream of like Ben and Jerry's, and then he comes out, and then she's like puts it on his nipples and starts licking them, and then he takes it and like puts it all over her thighs and like goes down on her, and like that's it. And I'm like,
It's not kinky.
that's some high school bullshit.
Yeah.
That's some shit someone read in Cosmo and is like, yeah, let's do this.
Again, it's a movie written
fucking
by people
sticky.
who probably have never actually had sex, let alone kinky sex. But what are you gonna do?
Now,
what are you gonna do?
the last part of my review, Nick,
Yes.
is of course the experience of the theater.
Yeah.
There was a group of women at the Kabuki taking
Girls.
up
Are they woo
half
girls?
of the balcony, and they wooed and they contributed so much to the movie.
Good.
And it was one of those things where it starts off and everyone around us is like, those girls are having fun.
having a
This
great
is
time.
this is gonna be
Having a
great.
great
This is
time.
gonna be funny. 5 minutes in the movie, you're like, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate everything you stand for.
Yeah.
You're somehow making this movie even worse.
You're destroying my experience this movie, which is the movie itself could do.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry about that. My
yeah, it
question to you
quite
is this.
quite the thing.
There's only 3 books in the series, right?
So there's 3 books, but then they did a 4th book that's from his perspective.
That's like, what's it, 50 Shades of... No, it was like, what's it called?
I think it's just called Gray.
Gray?
It's just called Gray.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're obviously
Could be
going to
wrong.
make another one of these movies. Do you think they're going to continue to make these?
Here's the thing.
That's my big question.
I don't know.
What
If
is
they make
the,
another
the
one.
question for the comments, by the way, what is the future of the 50
I don't.
Shades of Grey
I don't think that they could
franchise?
do a movie. Movies and books are just different, like how they're formatted. Like doing it from his perspective, I think works better in fine literature than it does.
So you don't think they're going
in movie
to...
form?
I mean, they
No,
clearly
but
don't care.
here's the thing: they're making so much money from this.
Making a lot of money.
That I wouldn't like. When this ended, when they showed the fucking kids, I was shocked. I looked at you. I'm like, oh my god, they just fucking killed the franchise. Like, they totally could have kept going. But there's only so many times Rita Ora can get kidnapped for no reason.
Yeah.
Why is Rita Ora
Ora's
in this
in it?
movie? Yeah, she was
Rita
in the
Ora's
second one
hot.
too. She is hot.
She is
Yeah.
fucking hot.
But man, and there was no Beyonce cover. The first 2 movies had Crazy in
bullshit.
Love. Why would
they
you
couldn't
just not
afford
finish
this
it
one?
out?
They're probably like, we can't.
Yeah,
They're like, we don't need it.
Yeah,
We're
they're
good.
like, this one's just gonna go.
I feel like they have to make another one of these. I feel like they're going to turn this into a bigger franchise because why not? Why not try one more, see how it goes, and then one more, see how it goes?
Yeah.
Right. This one's making money. It's making its money back.
I mean, they're
$38 million.
finally hitting their stride,
It can't
man.
have cost them more than $38 million to make this movie.
No way.
So they're making profit. They're already
Yeah.
in profit here.
God.
All the people that are super into this film they're gonna come back for another one because it's fun.
Yeah.
It's that spectacle stupidity that people love this day and age. So
Man,
we'll see what happens. Let
I
us know
also
what you
saw
guys
the
think.
trailer for Mamma Mia 2 again.
Oh.
And while I haven't seen the first Mamma Mia,
don't need
I'm kind of into this,
Really?
man. Yeah, every time I see that trailer, the fucking music starts playing, and I'm like, let's go. And there's one line that gets me. It's Pierce Brosnan, 2 other old white dudes, right? And they're talking, and I don't even know what it is, but one of the girls goes up to the guys and is just like, hey, make sure you don't tell anybody. And then one of the guys is like, oh, I already told Steve. And the other guy's like, oh man, I already told Mike. And the third guy's just like, yeah, and I told a whole bunch of people. And I'm like, oh, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
So hard.
I will probably not see the second Mamma Mia film because the first one I tried watching, it's a lot of ABBA. It's a lot of
Do
ABBA.
you not like ABBA?
I love ABBA.
What?
Well, love's a strong word.
Watch our
I
dog
don't-
episode this week to see Nick's stance on ABBA.
Yeah, I fucked up. I don't dislike ABBA, but I don't need 2 hours of ABBA.
I don't
see what I'm
think that
saying?
you know any ABBA at all.
Me? Mamma Mia.
No, that you're just
Gonna
saying the name
touch
of
you,
the fucking...
Mia. Mama. Touching Kevin's Mamma Mia.
Oh my God. I didn't realize
They
that
did
Mamma
Dancing
Mia...
Queen also, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, which is in Mamma Mia, I think.
Yeah.
If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I thought that Mamma Mia was the story of ABBA. That is totally
No.
incorrect.
It's ABBA. It's a story set
Using
to ABBA music. Yeah.
which is fucking awesome. I want them
So
to do
cool.
more musicals based on other people.
Well,
That'd
there's a bunch of them.
I want
So
that.
you should watch Rock of Ages. It's not good, but it's all.
I've
of,
actually never seen that.
Yeah, it's like Journey and all this music and Queen.
Aaron
and all that.
Aaron Porter says, the man, the myth, the legend, who edited the PS4.
What up,
show.
AP? Happy birthday again.
Says 50 Shades of Time. They go back and change the future. No kids, more butt plugs. Sign me up, man.
How about 50 shades of butt plugs? And the poster is just 50 different colored butt plugs, different sizes, and you have to guess which one has just went up Jamie Dornan's butt. Damn. Spoilers, it's the biggest one. He can take it. You got to work up to those big ones, though. You know? You got to start small, and then you spread it out a little bit.
Oh
so
my
you can work it
God.
out. You can't go
See,
too big,
Nick,
though.
there's like a
You can't go
line.
too
There's
big,
definitely
though,
a line.
Because evidently, when you go too big, you lose control of your sphincter muscle.
Stop.
Nick,
And you gotta wear
Nick,
diapers.
remember that whole line thing Tim's talking about?
Well, I mean, I draw the line of pooping my pants when I'm not on a keto diet.
You
see what I'm saying? Kevin's just singing in his own brain now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap this show up. Let's go into some tips. If you guys have given us a tip at the $5 or above level, well, guess what? Get ready to have it read out loud by this beautiful, sick voice.
Fucking read it to me, Nick.
Still sick.
Are you
by
sick
the-
again?
Yes. No.
You weren't sick
I'm
to
still.
begin with. You just like saying that you're sick.
No, I was. I got over it, and then Dee got a little. Like my wife was not feeling. She's actually feeling terribly over the weekend. It hit her again. I think we're cross-contaminating each other.
Oh, it works.
Because no matter how sick I am, I still like to snuggle.
You're a snuggle bug.
I get in there.
Yeah.
I get in there.
I get it, dude.
If I'm not, if I'm too close, I try to go a little closer. A little closer.
I'm sure she is thrilled by that.
hates it.
Charlie13 says, Nick, snort the line.
Snort the line. Yeah, lines are made to be snorted. You know what I mean? 2 tips today. First one, actually, a few tips today, actually. Greedy Ears has given us a tip and said, Oi, governor.
Oi.
Just wanted to say you guys are already excellent. I've been loving MCU in Review and Greg's Comic Book Club. Here's a fun clip for you all. Gave us that, of course, as a reminder. Greg's monthly comic book club show is up on Patreon. It's a Patreon exclusive show that will not be going to other people. So get it now or else be out of the know. Mr. Yasman300 says, guys, did you see fun clip I tweeted you about Police Sketch? If not, here is the link. Kevin will let us know if this is fun. If it's not,
Kevin is the keeper of the fun.
he's the keeper of all things. He's
Doesn't
also the
look
keeper
good.
of the butt plugs. One day
Right.
he'll have a case of butt plugs and we'll stick them up Jamie
don't
Dornan's
know if
butthole.
this is working.
Jack Walkley. Walkley, it's fine. Oh no, good. Hey KF fam, I've got a fun clip for you. Gave us another one. So Kevin,
It's
you
the
can let
day
us
of the
know.
clips. Will they be fun?
This doesn't look fun, Yas man.
Are you
Oh
sure?
no, this one's pretty fun.
Is it?
This
Let's
one
watch
is
it.
pretty
Okay,
fun.
let's
I
watch
haven't
it.
seen
I haven't
it.
seen the clip, I've just seen the picture.
Yeah.
And
Give me a
it's
second.
funny.
I'm still looking through all the fun clips.
Okay. While you're doing that, Kev, I'll read the last tip here. Echoes PF says, you guys inspired me to quit my job last year and go full-time with my startup. Today, our new app is available. It is an augmented reality Abraham Lincoln iOS app. I read that right. Free download. For a second, I was like,
Like, I must have fucked something
I must have
up
fucked
there.
one of those words up, but I'm pretty sure I read it right. Am I crazy? Andy,
Yeah.
spell check me on this. It
It
is an augmented
is an
reality.
augmented reality Abraham Lincoln iOS app. Yeah.
Free download is bit.ly/AR Lincoln. I mean, I feel like everyone needs to go download this and
Yeah,
check
dude,
this out.
figure it
There
out,
it
man. AR Lincoln.
I love it if it just once a day places Abraham Lincoln in your world.
It
Somewhere.
looks like it.
I mean, this is great. I hope it works out for you.
I don't have an
Echoes
iPhone.
PF. I really hope it works out for you.
Everybody download it and let me know how it is. I don't have an iOS device.
Peak Reality LLC. All right, Kevin, how we doing on those clips? How are they
history.
looking?
Bring history to life.
I gotta tell you, I can't tell if they're funny or not.
Let's just
so-
fucking go, dude.
go.
Let's
Let's
ride
go.
the lightning.
Let's take the lightning and
All right, here we
fucking
go,
put it
here we
between our
go.
legs and ride.
I want
Andy,
that
pick a
audio.
side.
Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. This looks like Europe.
Yeah, I think it is.
That is amazing.
That's pretty good.
That is
I
amazing.
like that. I like that a lot.
Thank you for that.
Good
That is
job.
a fun clip, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's a fun clip. What is this?
It's a little bit longer.
Oh, let's
We
watch
might
it.
need to skip through this one, but it is funny.
Let's
Here
get
we
the
go.
audio up on this bad boy too.
Be on the lookout for a man who robbed a store. And I think we do We do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description.
Keep watching.
Okay. This is the guy they wanted people in Pennsylvania to be out on the lookout for. He's got
A pizza
he's
shape.
got a nose and some hair that goes like that. And he was wearing a hat.
This guy's got to be kidding,
This
right?
Wait for the payoff.
particular crime. He's got kind of a
Do we jump forward or?
No, just
no,
let's
no.
just ride
That's
it.
the point. Stands about 5 feet 4 inches tall. There it is. Get a good look for yourself. Oh, and now I'm getting word that police actually caught this guy, thanks to the sketch, no doubt. So here's a picture of the real guy.
They got him. They got him.
Wow. That is fucking spot on. Holy shit.
Give that sketch artist a raise.
Oh my God.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you for that, guys. Thank you for that.
Sketch.
Fuck,
That
that's
is
so funny.
that doesn't get any stranger than that.
Wait, last one.
Oh, there's one more.
I can't tell if this is good or not, but it's
Okay.
9 seconds, so
Well, there you go.
keep them nice and short, and we'll put them up.
We will.
There we go.
Or not.
I just finished watching this scary movie. In the credit font is fucking Comic Sans. What?
No.
All right, yeah, no, that's no good.
Delete your Twitter. Delete your Twitter. You're banned.
That had a lot of views.
That
That had a lot of views.
Well,
Dude, I just finished watching.
Oh, yeah.
678,000 views. Don't be afraid of. Oh, it's called "Don't Be Afraid of the Dark."
Oh yeah, okay,
You looking
that's
at
it,
the
Nick.
movie? Maybe.
Is that a movie?
Yeah, "Don't Be Afraid of the Dark."
That's a show, isn't it?
Are you afraid of the
No,
darkness?
Don't Be Afraid of the Dark is a...
Book series?
Huh?
Book series? Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
What's
Goosebumps is about
Goosebumps?
Animorphs.
Beast Warriors. Beastmaster.
You ever
Beasts.
think that J.K.
Yo,
Rowling
Jimbo.
and R.L. Stein have any sort of relation to each
No,
other?
I think R.L. Stein goes, "Hey, I was here first," and J.K. Rowling goes, "Oh no, fuck you!" Like this. She's like, "I got so much money that I could fucking cut my fingers off and have other people give me their fingers.
And then-
they would just fucking
and
give
then-
me their fingers."
And then like J.R.R. Tolkien and
Well, he's dead.
And J.K. Simmons and J.K. Rowling. And
I
R.L.
like to
Stein.
believe there's a reality where J.K. Simmons and J.K. Rowling hang out. 'Cause
That-
they have a club called the J.K.s, and they just hang out. They have
They'll
jackets
tell
and
jokes?
shit. Yeah,
That's
they
it?
hang out.
Well, they offend
They play
each other,
pranks?
and then they're
Yeah,
like,
just
JK.
kidding.
J.K.
I love it. I'm in.
I'd like to be I would like to be either of their friends. Truth be told,
Me too.
just hang out with either of them.
Say
It'd be fine
hi.
for me. If
Hey,
you guys are watching the
JK.
show, hit me up. I'm cool. I got Wednesdays free, maybe. We'll see. P.S. I love this best friend XOXO is your opportunity to nominate someone in our community you feel is doing a rear naked choke of a bang up job
Oh my
of
God.
being a human being.
That was cool.
Kindoffunny.com/best friend. Go there to fill out the form just like Kevin did. Kevin
Nope.
is shouting out game over. Don't say no. There's other people in the world named Kevin. Kevin.
It wasn't me.
I know it's not you. Was it you?
You can't
No.
be kind.
Be cool if it was you. Kevin Coelho is shouting out
No.
game over Jesse and said, "I've been a fan of Jesse's ever since I seen Greg himself was on his channel for an interview all about Zelda. I am not sure Jesse tricked Greg into coming on to. I'm not sure how Jesse tricked Greg into coming on to a small channel and talking about Zelda when he is known for PlayStation. But ever since, I've been a huge fan." This is a long one, everyone. Buckle your seatbelts. On Game Over Jesse's channel, he now has over 55,000 subscribers and
Holy
has his
shit.
own successful podcast. One of the best things about Jesse's podcast is that I always see him in the Kind of Funny Facebook group asking for other people in the community who have a
seen it too.
podcast or are interested in podcasting to join as a guest on his channel.
Love it.
He doesn't care if you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers or not at all. He has become a great friend and has been giving fellow best friends a chance to join the podcast YouTube channel and help grow their own channel. He always gives advice and helping those he can to have their own successful podcast. I recently seen collaborate on a PS Best Friends podcast and heard him say something sad. On the podcast, he mentioned how he will receive comments and messages from other best friends and Game Over Greggy fans who accuse him of stealing his username from Greg. He explains he always replies and links them to the video where Greg says that he is happy that he can inspire someone else to follow their own dreams and essentially gives Jesse his blessing to use the name. I think Jesse deserves a shout out and support from our best friends because for all that he does with trying to help out the community, the huge fan base he has grown on his own, and using that fan base to help others follow their dreams. He is still receiving hate from a minority group of the best friends. Keep up great work, Kind of Funny, and keep up great work, Game Over Jesse.
Shout out to Jesse.
Here's the thing about the name.
Man, myth, legend.
Here's the thing about the name.
Tell
It
me.
does not surprise me in any way, shape, or form that in Greg Miller's sick, twisted head, he's starting a cult of people named Game Over Blank.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the beginning. It won't be the end.
Do you remember in the Dark Knight, in the Dark Knight Returns, when Batman decided to go out there and just cast get a bunch of other kids to be Batman? So there was just a shit ton of his clan out there, like the Bat Clan.
Yeah.
That's what Greg's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel it.
That's what
it
Greg's
is
doing.
horrifying, but
It's
I feel it.
terrifying, but it's just the reality of the future we live in. Giveaway time, Tim. Tell people how they can win.
4 ways. to win.
Zordon! See, I told you. He just randomly puts it in there for no reason.
I thought it'd be fun to randomly throw it in.
Zordon. What are the 4 ways to win?
You can be.
Let's see if Kevin's been paying attention for the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's hard.
You need to work on it a bit more. It's not perfect.
What do you
It's
mean?
perfect.
What's wrong with it?
No, it's perfect, Kevin.
What's wrong with it?
Just tell me what are the 4 ways to win?
All right, you can be a supporter of Patreon. Kind of funny games. Kind of funny. So there's 2 ways right there. You can be subscribed to Twitch Prime. Is that right? What?
Yeah. You
What?
can be a Twitch subscriber.
Yeah.
There you go. Or you can just be in the chat. You can be in the chat right
just
now.
be in the chat.
This
Yep.
is a live show.
Yep.
As a reminder, we occasionally dip into the chat and talk to people, just like Trevor the Jones. What's up?
Hey, Trevor the Jones.
Hey, Trevor.
Hey, what's
How
up,
are you?
Greedy Ears? What's up, Wing Fan?
How's the bottom half of your
191?
body feeling, guys?
What
How's
does
it
that
feel?
mean?
Is it sore or is it loose?
I don't like that question. It's super uncomfortable.
Today's giveaway winner comes from the Kind of Funny Patreon. Congratulations to Jeff Pena. You have won Dear God on the Switch. Jeff Pena, Dear God.
Dear God, but it's like a deer.
But it's deer, as in D-E-E-R,
Bambi.
not Dear God, please help me, I'm having a hard time. It's Dear God.
Yeah.
As in, like, the deers have to pray to a deity, and that God may or may not be a kind God. And occasionally he lets one of them get eaten by a fucking grizzly bear.
Holy shit.
You know?
Yeah.
Deers don't live a great life.
Deers getting hit by cars is always a weird thing because they get really confused. They start flailing a lot.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
Which I understand if I
Those
got hit
things
by a car, I would
fucking
too.
kill people.
Oh yeah.
You hit a
They
deer.
don't fuck around. Their antlers
They
go
tell
through your
you
window.
to not.
Final destination.
Yeah, they tell you to not hit the brakes, right? If you see a deer, just fucking run it down. Is that what it's supposed to do?
Yeah.
I can't
well,
remember
I think
how
it's
it's supposed
more
to
for
go.
like rabbits and shit.
Is that rabbits?
Like our cat crosses the street. You're supposed
What
to
do you chat for those of you on the East Coast that have to deal with the vermin that are deer, the deer overrun population? Let us know what you're supposed to do when you see a deer on the street. Do you brake slowly and let your anti-lock brake system kind of help you out, or do you just say fuck it, lightning, ride it, go right through that little fucker?
Lightning.
I
ride
imagine with something as large as a deer.
Just go through it, right?
No, I think you want to hit the brakes and hit it as slowly as
Hit
possible.
the brakes, spin the wheel, try to slam it with the back end of your car.
No, just hit the
Drift.
brakes and just hit it as slowly as possible.
Well, because you don't want them to
Otherwise,
come
it
through the
doesn't-
windshield,
Yeah, that's
right?
why you don't want to hit it super
So that's
hard.
why I feel like you hit it harder, it flies upward.
No, I don't know if that's how that works.
Let's see what people in the chat are
They
saying
say
right
just
now.
don't swerve.
Let's go
Yeah.
into the old 3
Hit
and
the
3.
beast.
We're gonna talk to the chat right now. This
I
is
don't
hey.
think these kids are being honest with you.
You
Brake
accelerate and
slowly.
pull out your sack. Says idly.
Nick, what have you turned this show into?
Chaos, like always.
So I
This is
turned
what it's
on
always
my
been.
car today, guys. I turned on my car today, right? And the radio was going on, and it was like, it was NPR, and it was like, and Ford has just announced anyone with a Ford Ranger has to go get it checked to see if like the fucking, what is it called? The
Transmission?
no
Accelerometer.
No. When you're in a car crash, the
Airbag.
airbags are faulty and explode and shoot shards in your face.
You might want to check that out.
Kevin
So that
Coelho
fucking
situation.
sucks.
What's the over/under on Kevin actually getting that checked out?
0.
Yeah, that's not happening, right?
You guys are idiots.
Kevin
I
will
hate
go and he'll just pop out the airbag before he goes and actually gets a free one.
Yeah, he doesn't
replaced.
need it.
He doesn't need that shit. Plus, that's the least of his worries. If that car goes, it's going to explode all at once. There you go. Titan Meteor says hitting a deer will destroy a car. We've established that, Titan. The question
understanding what
we're
we're
asking is, what happens? You see a deer, you have a split second. Do I brake or do I gun it? What's the right answer?
Schnick3 says you're supposed to point the car in the direction that it's coming from, flash your lights, and let off the brake just before you hit it so the deer doesn't fly to your windshield. I just took a test on it.
Wait, one more time. Read that again.
You're supposed to point the car in the direction that it's coming from, flash your lights, and let off the brake just before you hit it.
So you are supposed to hit the brakes, and then right before you kill him, you just let go of the brakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to, I'll tell you right now, stupid
So a little
test
bit
from
of
New
column
Jersey
A,
or wherever
a
you
little
took
bit of
that.
column B.
I'm not going to have the presence of mind to do that if a fucking deer darts out in front of me. The best I can muster is push harder on the accelerometer. Okay?
Webhead86 says, hey Tim, your hair's fucked up. and like he's trying to be helpful. It is. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You got a little lumpy lump on the back.
Tim, a lot of people were saying that earlier. Not
I know.
A helpful way. Not a
You
helpful
got a
way.
big just lump
I just
of
got this
a
fucking
cheese
lump,
coming
man.
out of the back of your
You
head.
wanna call Andy and
I need
some
the cut,
scissors?
dude. I need the cut.
You want me to call Andy some scissors?
Ow!
Did you hear your thing? You hear your funny bone?
Guys, I have great news. I have great news about this Ford Ranger thing.
Yeah.
Fuck Sean Finnegan call him.
2006.
Yeah, I was gonna say it should be
Hold
a
on.
date range, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Sean
I mean, that's why I
Finnegan.
was just scared. I was
You're
like,
live on
Google
the
it,
Kind of
and
Funny
it's
Morning
gonna be
Show.
2003.
So no, go. You don't have to.
No, I'm good.
Oh, what's up, dude? That's awesome. I had a question for you about talent. Can I talk to you at some other point? I need some recommendations.
Yeah, I don't got any. But yeah, sure, I'll let you know. I'll call you in a bit.
All right, cool.
He doesn't have any talent. He has recommendations.
Hi. Let's go. Let's talk. Let's take a couple more comments, and we'll go into sub-only mode. Aaron Porter says Tim is falling apart.
I am.
We're all falling
Slowly.
apart. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but on a daily basis, all of us are falling apart always. But we're like two planetary objects that are really like super dense in gravity. We just slam into each other, kind of go apart a little bit, and then slowly but surely come back into each other and slam into each other again. That's what we do here. Let's go into sub-only mode, and then we'll get the fuck. You said you had a question for the YouTube.
Yes.
What's your YouTube question gonna be? What's the
Tim
question of the
Gettys
day to answer right now?
Kind of Funny Morning Show
Chat.
question of the day is,
Look at that fucking
what does I recycle boys mean?
Great question. Great question. Andy, what do you think it means?
What?
If I had a shirt on that said I, the recycle sign, and boys, what do you think that means?
I'd rather you not ask me that question, if I'm being honest.
He got you, you
I-
fucking bitch.
I appreciate your candor. I appreciate your candor. We are in sub-only mode now. Let's take a few questions, comments, or compliments from the chosen few, you subscribers. Remember, daily reminder, Amazon Prime, go use it. Use it or lose it. Buckle up, Buttercup. Tim.
Yes.
I don't know. Nick, keep everybody some things, one of which is thorough knowledge of two bodies slamming into each other. Well, I've done my fair share of that, sir. I've also done my fair share of one body slamming into itself.
A lot of people asking about Kingdom Hearts 3. Me and Greg will talk about that in the following show. Kind of
Ooh,
funny
this
games
is a fun
doing
one. Lexi Gunner says, Tim, have you listened to the Black Panther
I have
soundtrack?
not yet. Lexi.
All Kendrick, right?
Have you?
No, not yet.
Kendrick. It's not all Kendrick. Kendrick produced it.
My thing is, I've been radio silent on Black Panther. I just want to go in. Everyone's saying it's totally crazy, totally different than what you're expecting. I just want to go in and enjoy
What is
it.
that?
I'm with you, man.
I don't know, Kev. What does anything
What are
mean?
you expecting, Nick?
No, I'm expecting it to be a Marvel movie that's slightly the same as every other Marvel movie.
Okay, cool.
But it's still good.
Cool, that's what I'm
That's my
expecting.
expectation. And spoilers, I know it's going to be that. I don't think it's going to be the second coming of Christ. But I do think it's going to be very enjoyable.
Oh my
Tony
God.
Blue 277 says,
No,
Nick, what's the
no.
perfect size butt plug for your butthole? Don't know, haven't tried one. That is exit only, sirs. I've seen what comes out of there. I don't want to put anything back in. It doesn't need anything in there.
I don't remember if I told the story on air or if I just told you guys
God, I can't wait for
at
this.
lunch, but remember a couple days ago I was at a restaurant and the woman serving me had a tramp stamp tattoo that just said "No Man's Land."
You did. You told this to me.
Yeah.
think
And I
it was
want to
in
know
the
what that means.
conversation.
What does that mean?
I don't know, man. Is that your question today?
That will be my question today. What do you think a tramp stamp that says no man's land means? Does that mean that no one's allowed back there? Does that mean she doesn't do guys?
Let us know.
We'll see. We'll see. Mr. Yasman300 said, Nick, my review of Star Trek Discovery. It's okay. It's not bad or good. I wouldn't recommend subscribing on CBS All Access to watch it. My score, 7 out of 10. Thank you. I trust your opinion. I will no longer be thinking about subscribing on CBS All Access. Granted, I haven't thought about that for 2 months. Because again, the Orville came, scratched that itch, don't need it anymore.
Are we in sub only already?
We are in sub only.
Final question, Nick.
Do it.
Boredamus Prime 86 says, Nick, rate from 0 to none of how much Olympics you've watched.
Let me tell you, when you live with someone who's really into figure skating and Olympics, I've watched way more than I need to watch at this point.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Way more. I watched some of the qualifying rounds before the Olympics started. I watched, I think the opening ceremonies I watched, where there was like a dance number. I don't know. I don't
know
follow it. I
either.
just
I
see a
have no
dance number
idea.
like, what the fuck is this? The Olympics are one of those things that I probably should care about. Everyone should care about.
Why?
Nobody fucking does. Nobody fucking cares about the Olympics.
Yeah.
Do you care about the Olympics?
Absolutely not.
All I care about is the medal count.
Yeah.
I want it reaffirmed that we're the best. If we're not the best, like, you know, the United States traditionally takes the most medals. We do that because we're the best.
Okay.
Am I basing this off of past knowledge? Do I really know if we do?
No, does it sound right?
Sounds
Yeah.
right?
Feels right as fuck.
Feels right. With the exception of that one year the Russians took all of them, but they were all doping.
But they were all doping.
They were all fucking doping. If you don't believe me, go watch Icarus. Great documentary.
Mario and Sonic started
watching a documentary last night called Voyeur.
Okay, that sounds
about
fun.
a guy. A true story about a guy who got in touch with a writer for the New York Times and said, for the last 30 years, I've been running a motel. And unbeknownst to the people that living in the motel, he carved out the entire top area and put air vents in, and he's just been like watching them. So he just watched them and categorized, like wrote down all of their sexual activities and like ranked them and like said, so like percentage-wise of who's doing what. It is the freakiest fucking thing you've ever heard of in your life.
You're talking about Voyeur?
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's weird as fuck. Like the guy's a sociopath where he's like, I don't think I did anything wrong. And everyone's like, you're creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
That's a serious invasion of people's privacy.
Okay.
Well, and the weird part.
And he talks about how he like jacked off, but like he didn't really like. He's like, well, you know, he's like, when I got older, I didn't even bother with that anymore. You can only go so much, like 2-3 times a night. I'm like, you're disgusting. You're
And
gross.
he was married twice during the thing, and like his wives were both like totally fine with it.
Yeah. It's weird as fuck.
But it's so good.
It is good. All right, Tim. Thank you so much. I know you've got to go be on Games Daily.
Yeah, I gotta go get to the other set. So
he's got to go to the other studio. He's got to go to Studio B. We're in Studio A right now.
Bye, guys.
I love you
good
all.
day.
I will see you guys tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for another fun-filled, exciting, kind of funny morning show. Thank you so much. I'll be back to read subscribers in a second. Everyone stick around for Kind of Funny Games Daily. Kevin, cut that feed.